And my life's, personally, it hasn't changed in the way that I'm still, you know, a mum of 2 children. But it's like being thrown into the limelight when you're just you're not used to it at all is just a real shock.
Does it feel like things have got better or worse?
Busier. I wouldn't say better. It's, you know, everyone sort of knows you now. The streets just turned into a bit of a tourist attraction. You cannot drive up and down that road on a Saturday or a Sunday.
So this is the poverty porn in action, is it? Do you understand why that phrase came about?
Not particularly. I mean, you know, we still dispute the fact, and we would argue to Channel 4 that at no time whatsoever did they tell us it was in any way related to benefits. We regard poverty porn. We don't class ourselves as being in poverty. You know, we're fine. We survive with the help and support of each other.
So they never told you it was about benefits?
No, they did not.
When did they tell you it was going to be called Benefit Street?
About 2 weeks before the show aired. That's when, and it wasn't even done officially. I think someone just actually let slip that it was called Benefit Street, and that's when we all went absolutely mad. We went...
What did you think it was going to be called?
Well, they actually asked us for, you know, suggestions as to what maybe we think the show would be called. Some said Friends with Benefits, others said We Will Survive. Obviously, the kids made their sort of, you know, ghetto this, you know, that's just the teenagers. So why bother asking us if they already knew what they were going to call it?
And when you found out it was going to be called Benefit Street, you said you went mad. Yeah. Did anyone try and change that or pull the show or step in?
Obviously, we hadn't viewed the episodes by the time when we actually found out it was going to be called Benefit Street. We did make calls to Channel 4. We did make calls to Love Production, not just me, quite a few of the residents. And at the end of the day, they'd named the show what they wanted to name the show. So no matter what we did, they had no intentions of pulling it or no intentions of renaming it.
They told us that this was a fair and balanced reflection of life on the street. Would you go with that?
No.
What would you call it?
How could it be a fair and balanced when basically all they're doing is focusing on 4 or 5 people? Most of the people they have focused on don't actually live on the street. They spent time with many working couples, pensioners.
So they didn't live on the street?
No, they did, but quite a few people that were shown in the programme don't live on the street.
They told us that contributors were briefed extensively before the show was aired, and they've been in regular contact since. Is that right?
They did not brief us extensively as to the name of the show.
But just about the name. They briefed you about the show, did they?
No, they didn't. Basically, we've got like a local councillor who's actually got written confirmation saying the show is about community spirit. You know, there are quite a few people who have it in writing what the show was supposedly about, and it wasn't benefits.
And at the end of this experience, how do you view Channel 4 and the show itself then?
I think they were very clever. I mean, obviously, you know, we can't regret. We've done it. You know, it's happened. People are talking about it. But basically, I think it's just the fact that it's sort of them against us. You know, we've got no reason to lie. Why? You know, you never said it to us, so why?
Did they lie to you?
Yes, they did.
People will be watching this and saying many on your street have done pretty well from this. You've rocketed to fame. You must be making money from this now, aren't you?
Not necessarily, no. It's like a lot of people do presume. I think a lot of people presume that the second you appear on the telly, all of a sudden you're getting money. It doesn't work like that. I mean, am I getting paid for sitting here tonight?
Your agent said that you've had a lot of offers as a result of this fame.
I have had a lot of offers, yeah.
And are those offers that you're getting paid for?
Not all of them, no.
But you are getting paid
I'm
now.
getting, if I accepted the offers, then yes, I would. But obviously, I haven't accepted anything at all at the moment.
So you haven't made any money yet from this?
As of this precise moment in time, no.
Why not?
Well, because I don't know. It's like, you know, if someone like offers me to go on a radio station, basically I'll go on the radio station. It's kind of, basically I'm having to justify myself and, you know, and sort of say, well, hang on a minute, what you've seen is just a little bit of my life.
You're still on benefits now?
Yes.
And do you intend to stay on benefits?
Not if I start getting an income, no.
So is that the direction you'd like to go in now? You would like to earn money from this now and come off benefits?
Not necessarily from this, but obviously I'd like to get a job, yeah?
A lot of people will be watching this and saying, hang on a sec, you're on what, £214 a week?
Yeah.
Why would you carry on claiming those when you could, offers have been coming in? We know you've spoken to your agent who says that there are these offers on the table now, which would mean you could leave that whole life behind. Why wouldn't you take that?
I don't want to leave my life behind. It's not, I'm not
Your
saying...
life on benefits, though.
Oh, yes, that's a different kettle of fish, yeah, obviously. But just because there are offers on the table, it doesn't mean I'm going to get, you know, money today, tomorrow or next week.
But you're still getting money from the taxpayer then, as things stand, right?
I'm still on benefits, yeah, because I'm not receiving any other income at the moment.
And you've been asked to be on Big Brother. Is that something you'll take up?
Not necessarily, no. I've got a lot to think about. It's like they have approached, they haven't made any offer. I don't know any figures involved. I haven't signed anything.
What about other jobs? I mean, the doors must be open to you to do a lot of other things now. Are you applying for other jobs now?
I'm not applying for jobs at the moment. I still have my down days. I still have my up days. It's like I've just been thrown into the public, and I'm not 100% sure how to cope with it because I've never been in this situation before, with people wanting to talk to you and interview you, and I've just never, you know, it's completely new to me.